It's believed that around 300 people in Wales were given contaminated blood products in the 1970s and 80s. Some of them have died. Many more have been left with chronic illnesses or conditions that will shorten their lives. Well, today, the inquiry into the biggest scandal in NHS history has begun to hear their stories. Julian Drucker has been to meet a woman whose husband died from an infection after also passing it on to her.
He had an horrific death. I have never seen or experienced anything like it in my life. He just went downhill, and he was just a man that you were watching die. And there wasn't anything you could do. Nothing at all you could do. You just had to sit there and watch it.
The family of Karisa Jones has been touched by the infected blood scandal in so many ways. Her husband Geraint lost a leg in a work accident. Then, from a contaminated transfusion, he contracted Hepatitis C. The virus was passed on to Karisa, so he died not knowing if she would survive.
He said he wouldn't be alive to know if I was going to be alive. And that was the hardest part for him, because he wanted to know that I was going to be all right as well. And he would never know then, innit? Never.
Karisa, who's now clear of hepatitis, was today the first to give evidence as the UK-wide public inquiry into infected blood came to Cardiff. There are thought to have been 300 Welsh victims who were left with conditions like hepatitis or HIV.
I think it's the worst thing that ever could happen to people. He was just one that slipped through the net. So many more out there.
For the next 3 days, more of those painful stories, like those of Karisa and of Geraint, will be heard publicly. Julian Drucker, 5 News, Cardiff.